Honorable.
Yes, right. Good morning to you, good morning to CD, and good morning to my colleague, Dr. Sticker, and to our viewers, especially the very good people of the Tamale North constituency. This is an important conversation to have because as people who are into governance and key players in democracy, it is not oblivious to us that our democracy is under threat, and it's under threat because so many people who are not key players in it are beginning to question how well the democracy is serving them. And these questions are motivated in most cases by what they consider to be acts of corruption and malfeasance by people who are privileged to be key players in the governance architecture. And that is why it is important for us to have conversations such as the one that the OSP raised yesterday. It is how we deal with such issues that will engender the confidence needed to keep our democracy alive and to engender the support that it needs to stay alive. And as it is often said, the worst form of democracy is always better than the best form of dictatorship. But you cannot continue repeating that if you are not making efforts to let people see the best form of democracy. And one of the best ways we can do that is to throw the light on issues of corruption. And when we do that, it is not to say that the people who are involved are necessarily corrupt. It is to put all of us at ease as to what exactly went on. In the case of the National Cathedral, it is very difficult now to convince anybody in this country and anywhere in the world that some malfeasance didn't take place. It's very difficult. Now, it is important to investigate it and find out if indeed malfeasance took place, and if it did, who was responsible and who could have stopped it and didn't, and who benefited from it. And take necessary steps to exact some punishment, which will in the long run, engender confidence in the general public that indeed our governance system is working in our interest. So we cannot discount conversations around the need to investigate that matter. And it will be unfair on the part of, say, somebody like Ofori-Atta, if this matter is not even investigated, and the fact is that he is not responsible, because the general view out there is that he had a key role to play in whatever transpired as far as the cathedral is concerned. So for supporters of Ofori-Atta, and even for himself, it must be of interest to them that this matter is looked into thoroughly, if they believe that they did everything above board and it is unfair for anybody to hold them responsible. So it is important that we have these conversations. Now, that is why I like the question you asked initially. In having these conversations, tangential issues are bound to be introduced. But we must make the conscious effort not to allow those to take the center stage, but to encourage the right steps to be taken, so that at the end of the day, the institution of the OSP, the country Ghana, the citizens themselves feel better served. And so I was very happy that yesterday the OSP spoke and, gave the indication as to the efforts he has made so far to reach out to Ofori-Atta and the frustrations. And you cannot blame him.